We don't want to buy fighters just to show them off at air shows. Those are the strong words of Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro as the Philippines moves forward with its long-delayed multi-role fighter acquisition program. The message is crystal clear. The Philippine Air Force isn't investing in fighter jets just for flybys or ceremonial salutes. These aircraft must serve their real purpose, defending the nation's sovereignty and projecting real air power. Secretary Teodoro's recent statement highlights a critical shift in mindset. He emphasized that the Philippine government wants its future MRFs to be fully utilized, not left grounded due to restrictive conditions or limited to low-risk missions. His concern reflects a broader issue affecting many air forces worldwide: the implications of end-user agreements tied to advanced military hardware. These legal agreements, often overlooked by the public, can prevent fighter aircraft from being used freely, especially in conflicts where supplier nations have political interests. End-user agreements are standard in global arms sales. They outline how, when, and where a buyer can use the weapons. Violating these terms can lead to canceled support, grounded aircraft, or even economic sanctions. This is especially critical for combat aircraft, which rely on regular software updates, spare parts, and technical support from the original manufacturer. Without access to these, even the most advanced fighters become nothing more than museum pieces. The Philippine Air Force is set to spend billions of pesos to acquire its first true multi-role fighters since the retirement of the F-5s. These jets won't just be for air shows, they are meant for real combat missions: air defense, maritime, patrol, precision strike, and deterrence. If end-user agreements limit their use, especially in disputes in the West Philippine Sea or gray zone conflicts with foreign incursions, then they fail to serve their strategic purpose. Take the case of Pakistan. Despite having a fleet of F-16s, its use is heavily restricted by the United States. The jets are primarily allowed for counter-terrorism missions and cannot be used against India. When F-16s were reportedly used in a defensive role during a border skirmish in May 2025, the issue sparked diplomatic concern. Even though the aircraft performed well, their use was technically controversial under the end-user agreement. Another example is Thailand's reported use of JS-39 Gripens and F-16s during a border conflict with Cambodia. According to defense reports, Thai jets struck Cambodian army positions. Now, the Swedish government is reviewing this action. That review could have lasting consequences. If Sweden imposes tighter controls, Thailand's ability to acquire newer Gripen variants like the EF model could be in jeopardy, and this could influence countries like the Philippines, Peru, and Colombia who are considering the Gripen as an alternative to US-made fighters. The Philippines isn't just buying fighters for counterinsurgency. The MRFs are expected to perform maritime patrols, air superiority missions, and even long-range strikes if necessary. Equipping them with long-range precision munitions only makes sense if they can be used when needed. Restricted usage turns these strategic assets into expensive liabilities. That's why Secretary Teodoro is calling for clear assurances that any aircraft acquired will be free from overly political or operational limitations. This concern may partly explain the delay in selecting the winning MRF bid. Defense officials are negotiating not just the aircraft itself, but the terms under which it can be used. Whether it's the F-16V from the US or the JS-39 Gripen from Sweden, what matters now is freedom of operation. The Philippines wants to guarantee that these jets can be used to defend its territory and national interest, no strings attached. The skies above the Philippines are becoming more contested. The MRFs we acquire today must be ready, not just for display, but for deterrence and defense tomorrow. Secretary Teodoro's message isn't just about airplanes, it's about sovereignty. What's your take on end-user agreements? Should the Philippines go for less restrictive suppliers, even if it means looking beyond traditional partners? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more defense and updates. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.